Hello, and welcome to First Chapter Friday. This week, we're going to be reading from The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle by Leslie Connor. This is the story of Mason, and he's kind of like the biggest, sweatiest kid in seventh grade, and he really struggles with his learning. He has some learning disabilities, and so school life isn't great for him. He gets bullied a lot, and that's kind of taken a back seat because his best friend was found dead on his family's land. And so he's grieving for that. And he kind of makes a new friend who is as tiny and smart as he is big and school challenged, we'll say. So he's the only one that kind of gives him a bright spot in his day. And then that friend disappears as well. And the police are looking at Mason. So he has to find out what happened to his friends before it's too late for his new friend, which is Calvin, and find out what happened to his old friend before it's too late for them or himself. So I hope you enjoy. Chapter 1, The Stupid Shirt. Tell you what, I already know who stuffed this t-shirt into my locker. Matt Drinker did that. He took a Sharpie to it first. Fat black letters. He wrote STOOPID on it. Same way I spelled my word in the spelling bee on Friday morning. A kid like me does not belong in the spelling bee, but it's for all of seventh grade. This is not how I would kick off the school year, but I'm not in charge. Elimination rounds start in the classrooms. I'm eliminated. I saw a movie about a spelling bee once. There was a girl and she had a magic about her. She could hear a word, any word at all, and the letters wrote themselves in the air. It happened in swirls and sparkles with fuzzy bees and fairies making glitter trails. The letters opened like apple blossoms. They flowed like paint off a brush. Always the right letter. People said that couldn't really happen. Seeing things that way, it was just a movie trick. But I believe what that girl saw. At least some. I see things too, but no fairy wings, no flowers blooming. Here's what happened on Friday morning. I heard my word. Stopped. Had to be the easiest word ever in a seventh grade spelling bee. Tell you what, I knew I was going to spell it right. Stopped has double letters. I like those. It's like getting two for one. Well, too bad, because as soon as I thought of that, I thought of another word. Starts with the same sound and has double letters somewhere around the middle part. Stoop. I have been with my brain for 12 long years. I know how it puts things wrong. So I closed my eyes. I thought, okay, Mason, don't let that in your head. Don't go spelling stoop. That's not your word. Your word is stopped. Under my eyelids, I started to see the letters. That's why I say it's like the girl from the movie. I can see the letters. But for me, they go all ugly. They fade or swell up, they slide away. If my eyes had pinchers on them, I'd grab the letters and hold them still. Tick, tick, tick. You cannot take your time in a spelling bee. Stopped. S and T. Those were correct. I knew they were. I said them. I got the safe feeling. The spelling timer ticked again. I tried to see the letters clear, but they fuzzed. Then they bobbled. I've seen it plenty of times. I squeezed my eyes shut tighter. I thought, please let me get this. I saw fat letters, blurry letters. Then came the other thing I see. Color. Happens sometimes. This time, it was the dirty green. Floats in like smoke. Happens when I can't get to the right answers. That green. It's the color of pressure. On me, a spelling bee is pressure. I rolled my eyeballs behind my lids, tried to erase all that mess. My brain got itself caught on that other word, stoop. Double letters. Tick, tick. I saw two O's. I said two O's. Somebody snorted. I knew I was wrong. Knew I had to finish, get it over with. I wiped my sweaty hands on my pants, stopped. I heard the P sound. I said it quick. I knew there was something more. T on the end? No, D. It would be a D on the end, but not just D. Tick, tick, no time. I said I and D. What I spelled was Stoopid. What it sounded like was stupid. The buzzer sounded. That whole classroom roared. Matt Drinker loves it when something like that happens. That's why I'm guessing he put this stupid shirt inside my locker. He must have picked my lock to do it. Funny thing is, I knew what the shirt said because the two O's in the middle. I knew in two blinks. Matt doesn't know it, but he did me a big favor. I always take two shirts to school, unless I forget. I changed just before lunch. This is because of how I sweat. It's a lot. I can't stop it, can't hide it. I need to be dry at the lunch table. Otherwise, I'm a total gross out of a kid. Well, today was a day that I forgot my extra shirt. So I'm wearing this one that says stupid on it. It's big and it fits me. It's clean and dry. I'm going to keep moving. Maybe nobody will see what it says. And if they do, well, tell you what, plenty worse has happened. So I'm guessing Mason's a pretty likable kid. Maybe a little bit like Augie and Wonder because he's an outsider, but there is nothing wrong with Augie's brain. And Mason has some learning disabilities, and he's a big outcast at school. But he's also going to be solving some mysteries. So if this interests you, come grab it from the library. You can find it at public libraries, or you can always buy yourself a couple. I can't speak. A copy. The Truth is Told by Mason Buttle by Leslie Connor.